Hi guys, so today is kind of a different video. I'm not doing a beauty video today. I am going to talk about books, which I love books. Books are like, I love reading. I love just like escaping the world and like entering this different world with like all these different characters and everything like that. I'm one of like those really passionate readers, so when I read a book or like a series, I like really start to relate to the characters. So when the book is over, I kind of like feel like I lost a couple of friends almost, because I just love book series so much. Like when Harry Potter ended, I just like I cried forever because I was so upset that it was like done. But yeah, so I'm gonna do the book tag today, and I just like found this tag. I just like searched like YouTube book tag because I just wanted to talk about books one day because I really love books, and I figured this would be a fun tag for people to do that love to read. So I'm going to get into the questions. First question is audio or book in hand. I prefer book in hand over like any sort of like reader or like iPad or Kindle or anything like that. I prefer to have like the actual book in hand. Yeah, but I really wouldn't mind having audiobooks for like car trips because I can't read in the car. I get car sick if I do. So yeah, I wish I could read in the car though, because I mean, like, oh, that would just be so nice. Like my brother, he does not like to read like book in hand. He likes audiobooks because when he's like working out, he likes to listen to the book when he's running and stuff. So that's how he got into the Hunger Games, which I think is so awesome that my brother loved the Hunger Games, because he's not a reader. Like, I just think it's awesome that he loved the Hunger Games. Softcover or hardback? I prefer hardback. I know that softcover is cheaper, but I feel like if you can like get the hardback, I would get the hardback just because they last so much longer. And I read a lot of books that I like to suggest to other people, so when people are borrowing books from me, I prefer to have a hardcover because then they don't get ruined as easily. Because I have, oh my gosh, my first copy of the Hunger Games, the first one, I got in like paperback and it fell apart because so many people were borrowing it from me that I just like, I couldn't like, it just, the pages were falling out. It was crazy. So since then I've gotten a new one, but because I like to have them like on my bookshelf and everything like that. I love the way books look. Like, I don't know, I feel like I just like collect books when kind of like if I go to like a dollar store and they have like books that I might want to read, I just like to collect them because I like the way that they look on my bookshelf. But fiction or nonfiction? Definitely fiction for me. I can't even remember the last nonfiction book I read. I honestly really can't remember the last nonfiction book I read. Fantasy world or real life issues? Fantasy world, again with the fiction. Fantasy world for sure, 100%. Harry Potter or Twilight? This, I hate when people ask, oh, what's better, Harry Potter, Twilight, or the Hunger Games? I feel like they are all different kinds of books, even though, yeah, they're all like young, you know, fun read, teen reader kind of books. I feel like they're so different though. Like I've read, you know, Harry Potter, Twilight, Hunger Games, you know, all those books that people always compare to each other. I hate comparing them because they're so different. That's the thing. I honestly really liked both Harry Potter and Twilight. I thought the books in Twilight were so much better. The fourth book, oh, was so good. I love the way she wrote it. And Harry Potter, I mean, if I had to pick, I would definitely probably say Harry Potter, just because Harry Potter was a part of my childhood too. Like I started reading Harry Potter, the first book, my mom read it to me when I was in the third grade, not fourth grade. I was gonna say fourth grade, but my mom read it to me in the third grade, and I'm 21 now and I still love Harry Potter. I finished the last book, I think when I was 18 or 19, like the Christmas of when I was 18 or 19, I think. And it was just really sad because like this whole, how long is that? Like, I'm horrible at math. 15 years if I was 18, 15 or 16 years, Harry Potter was in my life, whether it be books or movies or you know, like whatever, Harry Potter was in my life, so I'm like deeply attached to Harry Potter. But I honestly really love both Harry Potter and Twilight. So I'm gonna move on to the next question because that was a really long answer. Kindle, iPad, or other. Again, I like having the book in hand. I really don't like having a reader. I have an iPad, but I don't read books on it. Borrow or buy? I prefer to buy, and most people borrow from me. Bookstore or online? I like both. barnesandnoble.com. Everything is like 50% off when you go to buy on there. And then shipping's usually free over like $25, so I'll usually get like 3 or 4 books. And I usually, if I can get them in hardcover, I do, because it's like $7 or something, I think, for a hardcover book, which is really good. Tell me one time or total trilogy. This is a tongue twister. I think this means like a one-time read, like a one book, you know, like it's just one book standalone, or a total or a trilogy of books, or like a series of books. I am definitely a series of books kind of person, because as somebody that becomes attached to a lot of characters, I just don't like it to be like one book done. Like I like it to continue on, and you know, the story grows as it goes on and everything like that. So I'm definitely a series trilogy kind of person. It says name your favorite of that category. Oh, that's so hard. Just because there's so many great series out there. Definitely Harry Potter for sure. You know, how can you not? But honestly, lately and you know, Hunger Games, but the last book of the Hunger Games just totally disappointed me. I just did not like it, which I know a lot of people did like it. So that's one thing. But I actually have been really loving, like, if the third book in this trilogy is amazing, it's gonna be like my favorite series, the Divergent series. Divergent and Insurgent, oh my gosh, I love those books. I love them. The first book at the end, if you guys know what I'm talking about, with like Tris and Tobias, if you know like what happens to them at the end, I was literally sobbing and like hyperventilating as I was turning the pages. I was like freaking out. It was like, oh, see, those, like, I get attached to characters, and so, you know. Monster reads or short and sweet? I prefer monster reads, I guess, because I like, you know, long story, very detailed oriented, you know. Starry-eyed romance or full of action? Probably full of action for me, with a little bit of romance thrown in there, but full of action for sure. What's your favorite genre of books? Genre of books, I would definitely say dystopian society books, if I could pick one. Dystopian society books for sure. Curled up in your snuggie or bathing in the sun? I would say bathing in the sun. I love to lay on the beach and just read a book for hours. Oh, that is like heaven to me. But I also really love like Christmas time, curled up by the fire, you know, reading. I mean, my family, I come from a, you know, both my parents love to read, so, you know, sometimes we'll just be sitting there not even really talking and just reading. My sister, unfortunately, is not a reader. Like, oh, I wish she liked to read. Hot chocolate or latte? Don't really like hot drinks, to be completely honest. Read the review or decide for yourself? I am definitely a kind of person where, like, I will just click on the if you like the Hunger Games list, you know, on barnesandnoble.com, and then kind of go from there. Because, I mean, those books, I've just loved, like, all the books that I've, you know, that are in that same genre. So, yeah, I just, I would say read the reviews for myself. What book are you currently reading? I'm currently reading The Kill Order by James Dashner, and this is the prequel to the Maze Runner series, which I highly recommend that series. I think this book is so good. He's a really good writer. What is your favorite book from your childhood? Oh my gosh, that's so hard. Well, I guess I would have to say Harry Potter for one. But I kind of like, I remember when I was in 8th grade, I didn't read Harry Potter that year. I think 7th and 8th grade. I was kind of like, you know, not really into it. I remember I love the book Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume, which is like so cliche to talk about Judy Blume at like 7th and 8th grade, because it's totally her like fan base. But yeah, I remember loving that book, and it was so good. Yeah, so that is the book tag. leave video responses and comments down below and tell me the answers to these questions, or what your favorite books are, or what you're currently reading, because I would love to know. And suggestions, because I am buying books all the time, so suggestions to what books I should read next or something like that. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.